Okay, so we're going to create a matching nut for this M5. It's going to be slightly different, right? So we're going to use a dome head nut, and because it sits out the back of the wheel, sort of exposed, you might end up um, uh, rubbing your hands on that part of the design. You want to make sure it's sort of covered and protected. So we're going to be using a dome head nut. It's sort of a nice way to finish off a part. So I'm going to use a couple of these dome head nuts. So I guess when we create this in Fusion, jump back across, we're going to start off with a revolve. So we're going to start a sketch and we're going to draw it from either the right or the front plane. And this part, I'm drawing a line to start with, which is going to be 9.5, and that is the overall height of that nut. So that's the very top of the dome there, and that's the very bottom of that. This is going to be a 7mm diameter, so we're going to come out 3.5 millimeters. And we're just going to draw a line directly upwards, and the length of it doesn't matter at this point. We're going to create a circle now, and it can be anywhere along this line except for the middle. We don't want it to lock to that middle point. So as you sort of move along that line, you'll see a little triangle pops up, and that will create an automatic midpoint constraint which locks this circle to the middle of that line. So you sort of want to avoid that. We'll just go slightly above it and just come out to the side. What we have created now is a tangential constraint between this circle and this line here. Now we want to create another constraint to ensure that this line here goes through the end of this one. So we've got a few extra bits and pieces in this shape which we don't need. So we're just going to grab the trim tool here. So if you can't see it, it'll be in the modify set, pair of scissors, and we'll get rid of all the elements we don't need. Pop on this purple line. All right, so we're good to revolve on this now. It is a solid profile, solid shape. I can revolve. I'm going to revolve around this axis. So we'll finish the sketch and revolve. It's automatically picked up the profile. I just have to choose the axis to create that dome profile. Now on the bottom edge, we're going to create a sketch, and this will be the rest of the nut. So again, polygon. This is going to be 4, and enter. And we hit finish sketch. Now drag this one up. It's also going to be 4 millimeters, or -4 in my case. If you put in 4 and it heads the wrong direction, just put a minus in front of it. Move it upwards to the right direction. And then we'll create another sketch on the bottom, which will be our hole, 5 millimeters. Finish the sketch. That's going to get cut up into this profile. We've got 5 millimeters in this case. Again, we can create a thread on the inside edge of that surface, automatically put in the correct details, hit OK. And we're good to save this one as M5 dome nut. Okay. Got one last bolt before we're going to get into some other bits and pieces. Okay, so we're going to do